Legend of Total War here, and today we'll be rating a Ikit Claw Doomstack for the warpfire throwers. It specifically works with Ikit Claw because he reduces the upkeep cost of them by 50%. So, I mean, you could still use it with another Lord, it's just that you won't get them for free in this case here. So this is on Legendary difficulty, and what he's done is he's got a bunch of heroes in here that have the Warpstone Hoarder. I think he's got 4 of them, and then one of them has Sharp Claws. And Ikit Claw has been focused on just trying to get those upkeep costs down. Now, even with doing that, his finances aren't exactly amazing. But I think he just built this up to showcase this in particular. Now, there's a lot of problems with this Doomstack. This is what I would probably call a fair weather Doomstack. Truth be told, I wouldn't even call it a Doomstack. But it would only perform well if the exact right conditions are met. And most of the time, those conditions will be met. But what happens when they're not met? And this is where real Doomstacks actually shine. When they go up against something that they're not really supposed to do well against and still win. This is why the weapons team army does so good. The only situation in where it fails is if it gets ambushed. That's it. If it goes up against single entities, cavalry, monsters, loads of infantry, even if it's outnumbered, it still performs pretty well. Now, of course, there is always a certain threshold to it, like how many troops that it can't handle and before it actually buckles, but the threshold is usually pretty high with a regular weapons team Doomstack. Anyway, if we add up all of the bonuses that he's done to reduce their upkeep costs, it's probably adding up to about 150% reduced upkeep. Probably about 130 actually, sorry, just thinking about it. Because he's currently at 125% upkeep, because it's on Legendary difficulty, so you always add on 10% on top of the base cost, plus the supply line, so it's at 125%. And then if we were to recruit another Lord here... Ooh, knowledgeable, nice. We'll see that they start actually costing something now. We'll keep that then. Definitely. Oh, we don't have to, I guess. He's loyal enough that we can get rid of him. That way we get to keep the extra Winds of Magic, and they go back to being free. Alright, so... we have a look at the situation here that he set up for us. The way that he wants to use this is basically this one here deals with the field battles, and then this one here deals with the siege battles. Now, if that's the way you want to play, that's totally fine, but that is incredibly ineffective. Why not just have this army? Like, this actually becomes completely redundant. If you just switch all of the heroes into this army here and Ikit Claw, honestly, why the fuck do you even need these guys? When, like, for example, if we use this army here against this, in an ambush situation, we'd win with basically 0 casualties. You know, as long as we had the Plague Priest in there. So, anyway, let's just jump in here, and we'll test it out a little bit. Alright, so, yep, ambush, because they were in the forest. We had a 100% ambush success chance here. Is he at max food? Yeah, so we could order some more Menace Belows, but I don't think we need to, so let's fight it manually. And just see how it performs. But then I'd like to see it in a situation where it's maybe not ideal. Because this is the thing about warpfire throwers. They do a ton of damage, but they've also got a lot of weaknesses. Their biggest weakness being range. Now, the reason why the weapons team army works so well is because it outranges just about everything in the game. Because you got the rattling guns, right? And that's good at, like, taking out cavalry and fast units that are, like, getting close because it slows them down. But then you've got the Giselles that have, like, 200 odd range. Even Way Watchers can't outrange that. And then even further range, you've got the Plague Claw catapults, and if you want to put them, the Warp Lightning Cannon. And then with the extra boost on top of it from the Warlock Engineer, you've got, like, 480 potential range. Whereas with this, with the extra range, our max potential range is 88. It's just not very good. And you should never underestimate the power of outranging your opponents. It's very important. This is why low-range archers are usually performing so crap. Alright, so... we definitely need to pin down those knights there. So I need to pop down a bunch of Menace Belows really quickly. Oh, Vermintide. Oh, I probably should... I'm only going to be able to get 2 down. Alright. Let's do this quick. Stop them from moving if you wouldn't mind. And we need 1 over here. And, okay. Got it. Quick, pop it down. And yeah, absolute carnage to begin with. As long as they can be kept pinned down. Yep. So this is where the situation is ideal for it. Loads of missile units that we've ambushed, they can't utilize their range. They're just instantly fucked. But, as I was saying, this wasn't exactly a situation that I would consider difficult to deal with if you ambush them. The other army could have handled this as well. It just it wouldn't have looked as cool, that's all. Or wouldn't have been as quick. But what happens when the situation isn't ideal? Alright, speed 72, speed 66. Okay, you can outrun that. It'd be good if you can kill that lord. Because, yeah, we don't want to fight him again. Ideally. Is that even going to work, though? Oh, doing a bit of damage to him. Not tons. I really think, lately, that Ikit Claw should actually be on a Doom Flayer, rather than a Doom Wheel. Like, Doom Wheels are good, but I just think Doom Flayers are actually better these days. Alright, it's going okay. One casualty. So, good result in an ideal situation. But we're not going to rate it just off that, because everybody else has had to go up against a lot of force. And some of them have thrived, and some of them haven't. In this situation here, it's thrived, but this is not a difficult situation. But we've got another one right after this that we can do. We could attack this, but not ambush it, right? Because he hasn't gotten any cunning lords in here, or cunning heroes, I mean. His ambush success chance out in the plains is only 75%. See, in the dense forest, we had a 100% success chance, because there's a higher base chance of ambush, right? But out in the plains, it's only 75%. So, there is a chance here that we won't ambush this on the attack. And because Ikit Claw has not leveled up Lightning Strike, we could though. But let's just assume that he did. No, get that. You need that. That's really good. But like I said, we want to try to really test out and see how well this can actually do. Let's have a look at what else we could get. Yeah, whatever. And it would have been good if these guys here could have been leveled up a little bit. So it's not a very leveled up Doomstack.
More warpstone. Now.
Alright, and then we attack this with 75% chance. Now, the reason why you want to get the cunning ones and really rack up the ambush success chance is because you want to be able to ambush at 100% success chance with everything except for siege battles, because you can't ambush in a siege. So, there are situations and lords that can reduce your ambush success chance. So, out in the plains, that's probably the lowest base chance. It's like 45%. So you want to get that to 100%, need cunning heroes. What happens if you are trying to ambush a high elf that has ambush success chance? Ambush defense chance. Well, then you want to go even higher than 100% to 100. Let's just say they got 15% defense chance. If you go to 120% ambush success chance, then their defense chance is completely negated, and you will 100% ambush them. Now, we've ambushed them here. We had 75% chance, but here's a little trick. By sort of safe scumming, we will eventually not ambush them.
Set suit to war fight mode.
Because every time the game saves, it re-rolls the chances. There we go. So we had 3 ambushes and then a non-ambush. That was exactly what you would expect at 75%. Alright, cool. Now we're going to use up the food. Bounce of power was not great. Now, could a weapons team army that I built handle this? This is a lot of force. This is like 3 full stacks. Yeah, this is a lot. Yeah, I think it could. It's like a lot of basic units. And it's just like just shitloads of infantry. Honestly, I think they could handle it. Or at least do a really good job. Anyway, let's just see how we go. Plus we got a nuke. I'll probably end up using the nuke in this battle. But what we want to see here is how well it performs in a situation that's not ideal for it. Now, another problem with this army is how you're going to handle generals and single entities. You literally don't have anything that's good against them. Because warpfire throwers are not good against those units. Alright, where should we set up? We should set up far away from their reinforcement zone. I think what we'll do is we'll come back over to here and set up a layered defense. Now, I wouldn't normally want to put too much of my weapons team here. Actually, I probably would, because the trees are getting in the way. But the thing is, because these guys only have 88 range, no, it says 80, but when the battle starts it'll be 88, they're not going to reach that point anyway, and that way all their missile units will probably be in here and shooting trees. So it's actually a really good terrain there. I'm going to send Ikit Claw to mess them around. But Legend, you're not using this army in its intended purpose.
Ready, ready.
Which is to always ambush. Alright.
Yes, now. Quick, quick. As master desires.
Okay. I'll layer it up a bit.
What orders? Good, master. Shriek. Fine, shake.
Alright, now, with Ikit, while they're, on the approach, but also notice we ordered 9 and we got 8. Jamped! Still haven't fixed that bug. That's the Menace Below bug, by the way. You always get one less than whatever you order. Unless there are no free ones. If there's no free ones, you get what you order. But if there are free ones, so, like, if there's some Scaven Corruption, you always get one less than what you order. Which is irritating. I don't know why that happens. And why they can't fix it. Seems like it'd be an easy bug to fix. Whereas, like, for example, the artillery bug, I imagine that one would actually be quite tricky. But this one should be easy. It's probably just like a syntax error somewhere. Alright, now I really need Ikit Claw to try to kill enemy lords, but he doesn't have any spells that are good against enemy lords, so... Apart from Fireball. We've got Scorch, and Crack's Call is better. But if they're going to set up in a line over here, so we'll just do a bit of damage. What's the wins cost? That's another thing, is that we're going to want some wins for them. They're going to need those things. We don't have a ton. How are we going to handle this? And it's not their melee infantry that I'm very concerned about. It's, like I said, it's the single entity heroes. But this will just trigger them to charge at us. Yeah, I just don't think Scorch is a good ability. I mean, it's only 5 wins of magic, but that was really quite bad. Like, that did so little damage to them that it didn't even trigger them to come at me. Whereas Warp Lightning, only 6 wins of magic, should be way cheaper than that. And they tried to dodge it. At least he's got some kills. Alright, at least he's healed. Now the reason they didn't rush at us is because we didn't have artillery. They felt like they had artillery superiority, which they do. But now that they're rushing at us, we can do a bit of this and get rid of their mortars. But I'm still just really concerned about all these goddamn heroes. I think that missed. Well, sometimes that happens. So yeah, I could be casting some spells on them right now, but I think it'd be better just to save up our Winds of Magic reserves. Even though we're at 30 now, if we cast too many spells, our recharge rate's going to get really slow, and we're definitely going to need that for handling their Just get those menace blows going. What's it called? Vermintides. You know what? It'd actually be better if you don't wipe it out. Because otherwise it'll just bring in another unit to deal with. They've shattered. Okay, just give them some time to run away. It's fine. But yeah, biggest concern is how the hell are we going to deal with this? This army has no solution for it. Alright, that hit him. It just didn't do a lot of damage. And it actually did poison. Look. How about that? And Ikit Claw can't beat all of them in melee. And like I said, I don't have any spells that are good against it. What happened here? Oh, okay. That was silly of them. That was very silly. Did a little bit of damage to our guy over here, though. No. Alright, another thing that we want to do... I really need to tie these guys down, but like I said, I just don't have any solution for it. See, Rattling Guns and Jezzails both, they like kill anything. There's nothing that they can't kill, except for something that's got like 90% physical resistance. Or missile resistance. But if we have a look at warpfire throwers, we've lured them over here. And how good are they at killing single entities? So they're not even starting yet. You know what? That did alright. That did alright. How about that? How about that? That wasn't actually too bad. But the problem there was that, like, that's where he died. Right there. And we actually hit our own guys in the back there. What's their magic resist? Okay. So that was good. That was good. That was better than I expected. But it was also an ideal situation, and we won't have to deal with any other things. No, not yet. Okay, actually, do this, because it will heal. I kind of wish we could get the other generals over here. That was actually really lucky for us that that guy came in early. Okay, that's it. Come in early. If we can get rid of their single entities, we might actually be able to win, because that was the biggest concern in this battle. Like, the missile units will be able to outrange us, but we'll be able to outkill them, I think. Okay, come on. Just get them closer in here. That's it. Just gotta keep him stunned. And then once they're there, it's gonna be a bit tricky. Okay, I think there's going to be a big blob form up over here. Could be a good opportunity for... Oh, God. Okay, good. Enemy Lord is wounded. Good, good, good. Ikit, you need to hold these guys back, please. Need some wins. Whoa, God damn it. Get that guy out of there. He's had enough of this. Where should I put this nuke down? I feel like any... You know what? That's not great, but I'm going to take it because there's 3 units of missile units in there and they're shooting the crap out of us and I need them to stop. So you come back over here and can just rest. Yeah! Okay, let's keep going. That'll disrupt them for a bit. Yeah, shoot into this. Probably don't worry too much about Oh god, that broke him. That was actually pretty clever of them, because we only need a little tap to get him to break. Okay, try to get these guys to slow down. Get back over here if you can. You, shoot into this. See, here's the problem. Like, rattling guns would have easily been able to shoot into this. I have to get closer there. The range is very important. And their general. I think Ikit Claw is probably our best bet to try to get rid of them. So yeah, that Plague Priest left the battlefield. Alright. Biggest problem's now over here. We just got to get rid of that general. Once we get rid of that, I think that's the last single entity. Just keep them busy. And yeah, we don't have much magic generation now. So yeah, that Plague Priest leaving the battlefield is not that big a deal, because he didn't have Arcane Conduit, and we probably wasn't going to summon any more rats anyway. But you got to get rid of this dude here. Alright, now we got to move up. And try to get at their missile units. Oh, fuck. There's still a wizard in here, but he's not that big of a concern. Alright, good. Shattered him. Nice. Alright, get moving forward. Now we have to move up, because we don't have the range advantage. And there's still a lot of forces coming this way. Oh, hang on, that's another single entity, but he's nearly dead. Unit's been wiped out. Oh, it's probably just Venice Below or something. Alright, Ikit Claw is getting pretty bad damage. It probably would be a good idea if we got rid of him. But Ikit is pretty badly damaged now. Alright, get back, get back. Alright, let's fall back to here. And wait for the second wave. I don't think we lost any warpfire units completely. Also, if those are mortars... Okay, yeah, those are mortars coming in over there. We should try to do this. God, it's going to be hard to see. Because now we need to try to get the army losses on them. So just any units that we can get rid of right away are going to be... It's just going to be really handy for inflicting the army losses. I wasn't sure if we could win this, but I think there's hope, because we got rid of all the single entities, and those are the units I was most concerned about. Now I'm most concerned about the missile units, because we can't outrange them. But I'll just try to get Ikit Claw to just dodge their shots so they're not shooting at the other things. That's not going to do much to us. How's he doing? Well, at least they're bombing their own units. Yeah, all these missile units are definitely going to be a problem. Just keep trying to generate some magic. Crossbow's not that big of a concern. It's the guns that are... So what's going on here? Lord fled recently, okay. Well, that was shit. Oh, guns there, guns there. Okay, we have to move up again. Alright, and I need to try again at getting rid of their mortars. Alright, Ikit needs to be kept out of it now. Alright, just one will do that. So the reason why we have to pull back is so that we can pull their forces forward a bit, so that we can then move up and not be shooting into the trees. Alright, that's going to be a problem, and I can't do anything about it. How'd this go over here? Oh, that one's already gone. Alright, maybe don't worry about those ones. Ikit, you don't have any regen left, and they're still trying to shoot you. I mean, I have to keep him out of it now. I just have to. This is gonna get killed. Oh shit, they are trying to shoot Ikit, and I gotta get him out of there, and I can't. Oh crap, 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 crap. Come on, get him out, get him out. I think I'm gonna lose him. He's just stuck. Come on, Ikit, you got 62 health, just get back over here. Oh my god, I think he might actually make it. Alright, this flank's fine, but that one over there is not doing very well at all. Alright, we got some heroes over here. Keep them pinned down. Don't use up too much winds of magic right at the start. I tell you what, I wouldn't recruit this army, but I am impressed with it. It's performing a lot better than I expected. I kind of expected the initial wave of the single entities to basically derail us, but that didn't happen. Okay, move up. Still, it's a lot more difficult to use this army than a regular weapons team. I don't care if it's free upkeep. Alright, make sure you're facing the right way. Alright, they're still on their mortars. Let's try to stop them. Yeah, Ikit just needs to stay away. No more combat for him this battle. Alright, get up there. Gotta get rid of those handgunners. And yeah, the trees are blocking us here. This is the main thing that I didn't really want to fight in here. Can't really do that much about it. I just have to shoot in there somehow. These are some very fire-resistant trees. Maybe if I can summon a menace below, Vermintide behind them. You get over here. Maybe I can push them forward. I can't get close enough though. Okay, I'm gonna summon a plague monk. That'll get him. How'd this one go? Yep, it's been killing them. Cool. And the Plague Monk should be ripping them to shreds, because yeah, our guys aren't. Alright, once again, fall back. Fall back. Try to draw them out of the forest. Like, I can't do any damage to them like that. No, you stay exactly where you are. Just fall back to here as much as possible. Cowards. But the Plague Monks are doing right. That's it, they're coming in. But they're not going to last that much longer. So just draw them out of the trees a little bit. Okay, and then of course we're still outranged by them. So now that they've moved up, we move up.
Plague wind. Big priest. Attack! Charge! Steven, yes, yes. Fight, fight. Die, die, die.
Not shielded by the trees anymore, motherfucker. Come on. Oh my god, we're taking damage. I need to get over here, summon a menace below behind them, Vermintide I mean. Get them to move forward. There we go, summoning. There we go, move them out of the trees. Out you come. You dumb bitch. Okay, move forward.
Clan, advance. Clan rats. Warpfire brother.
God, we're running on fumes here. Might as well just chase after them. There. And there, we actually won. How about that? I mean, our army got fucking wrecked. But we actually won. Alright, well, there we go. Huh, right, victory. How about that? Alright, well, no units got wiped out, so that's good. Alright, now time for rating them. Well, like I said, I just don't think it's as good as a regular weapons team Doomstack. But it's better than I thought. So I think I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. Because it is cheap. It's cheap with Ikit Claw. You can definitely do better. But this wasn't awful. It wasn't too bad against single entities. They absolutely destroyed infantry. They did alright against the cavalry. The being outranged was definitely a problem. 8 out of 10. I feel like that might be too high. Maybe 7.5. Because like I'm just thinking, okay, people have been asking me to sort of break things down. In terms of damage output, it's like 10 out of 10. In terms of range, it's like a 5 out of 10. In terms of cost effectiveness, it's like a 9 out of 10. Because while it is essentially free units, the entire army's not free, and I don't know. There's other economic implications. Convenience of recruiting this, like maybe a 7, because you had to get 4 of these to get it to be free. So yeah, I'd say it's about 7.5 out of 10 for that. And definitely gonna need some replenishment. And yeah, it doesn't have a high ambush success chance. Well, it does have a high ambush success chance. It doesn't have a guaranteed ambush success chance, which is what you would normally do with Skaven. And you do have to rely on it being able to have somebody over here to siege. See, if we use Ikit Claw, oh, we do have a who's a siege attacker? How are we able to siege this? The fuck? How does this work? We are able to attack it, but I don't know why. That's interesting. Is it because of this? Shouldn't be. The walls aren't damaged. There's no breaches. How are we able to attack this right away? That's what I don't understand. Must have a siege attacker somewhere in here. But still, even if we were to fight this, like this, you can't put these guys up on the walls. You can't create a breach. So what you'd have to do is open up the gate and then have them shoot through the gate. But meanwhile, they're just shooting down at you. So if I fought this, it'd be incredibly difficult. So there'd be I don't know how they're able to launch that attack, but it would be difficult to do it without artillery. So you would need at least some of these attached into it to make it work a lot better, I think. And plus, this ability here, Warpstone Hoarder, you can get some Warp Lightning Cannons. So you could very easily... Hang on, let me just see if this works.
Sorcerer Inventor. Yes, yes.
If we took these two out, took these two out and put them in. I mean, they're not free, but Like, that would make the battle so much easier. If you had this, it'd be a lot better for the sieges as well. And most of your battles, well, a lot of your battles are going to be siege battles. So, yeah, you should definitely put some artillery in all of your Skaven armies, unless you're using a monster army, in which case you don't need artillery. Like the Brood Horror one doesn't need artillery, because it could just break down the gate and then just cause havoc from there. Alright guys, well that's the end of this one. Let me know what you think. I think I've covered this in like the ideal situation, in the non-ideal situation. I've rated it, I broke it down. Let me know if you want anything more from these videos. I feel like I've covered this one to death. I'm going to leave it at 7.5. You let me know what you think. I just think that the regular weapons team is a lot better than this. But it's still good. So thanks for sending it in. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.